I know when the mic is hot.
Oh boy, yeah, yeah. Thank everyone. Thank everyone for saving me this morning. I have no idea what the brother was about to say. It was going to be crass. All of you that think that out of the two of us, I am the most crass. Don't think that. He come for me far more often than I come for him, right? So I have no idea what he was about to say. It doesn't even matter because you people were my savior today. Good morning to y'all. Um, uh, yeah, I'm almost afraid to ask what it was. I'll,
Nah,
I'll
bro,
do
I
that.
can't. I can't say it. I can't say it on here. I can't say it on here,
So
bro.
whatever it was ungodly.
No, I don't, no. It
Whatever
was
it
not.
was, it
No,
was.
I will say it wasn't. It wasn't all ungodly because it was ordained by him. So I don't know if you can catch that hint from that, because he ordained what I was about to say. So.
Oh man. If those of you that are inside the Remand community say good morning, let me push everyone inside the Remand community. Those of you that are watching on my personal page, good morning to you. Do me a favor, share, like, comment, do all the things that we need you to do simply because the algorithm can be a bit funky. Uh, hey Lala, good morning. Pleading, she said you pleading the fifth.
Yeah, I'm pleading the fifth, especially with Marlon on the line. I'm pleading the fifth, so I ain't even gonna go there.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy. This brother here, boy. This. Oh, let's see. Highlight. There we go. Um, so I want you guys to say good morning to us. Uh, it takes a bit to do this housekeeping stuff at the beginning, right? Just because
For
you
real,
gotta
for real.
make sure everybody is on.
Uh,
That we're doing them.
I'll give you a hint. Right back in college, right?
Yes, sir.
I had a marketing class, and so for our project, we had a project that we had to do together. As a team of us, we had to do together. For
Okay.
our marketing project, we had to pick something that we were going to market and everything like that. So we chose the movie School Days. We
Okay.
chose the movie School Days. Really funny, hilarious what we did because we took little snippets from the movie and
Yes.
we actually did the skits. It was
Yes.
so funny. It was funny. So we did all of that, and so we had to do the presentation of the marketing because it was us marketing the movie School Days when it
Okay.
was coming out because that was a hot movie that came out, right?
Oh yeah.
So we doing the skit, and we're like these executives sitting in the conference room, and so I'm the head of the of the marketing team, and so I was like, well, what we should do with this part is we're gonna have one of y'all, and I forgot, I think it was a guy, I believe it was a guy. He comes in late because there's always somebody coming in late, running in late,
Always.
right?
Yes.
And I don't, and I'm trying. I don't believe I said to them what I was going to say, but I think I might have. But so I go to the guy when he comes in and he sits down. I was like, "Yeah, your wife kept you up late last night, didn't she?" 'Cause
Yeah.
the class bust out laughing. Even the teacher was
Absolutely, bro.
laughing. Even the teacher was
Absolutely.
laughing.
So I will say this, man. Yesterday was one of those days. Um, you ever like I have a great wife. I have a phenomenal wife, right? And as a husband, sometimes you can just kind of take for granted, right? How um even in a short period of time, like we haven't been married that long. Uh So even in a short period of time, you can kind of take for granted who you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as all of you know, my wife had surgery uh, a week and some change ago, maybe a weekend, maybe a week. It hasn't been that long. And she kind of popped back up, right? And began, like the other day, she made fish and fried potatoes, which is her signature meal for me. Is I just love her fish and fried potatoes. So she was up doing that, made cornbread, all of the things, right? She was feeling good. And yesterday, bruh, it hit her. And I felt so helpless, right? I felt so helpless because there was nothing I could do to really relieve the pain. A
Yeah.
part of it was, a part of me as a husband was kind of fussing, right? Like, yo, I told you to chill, just kind of chill out. So I threatened to call my mother-in-law because out of the two of us, Marla will listen to me sometimes, but she will listen to Mama Rose all the
All
time.
the time.
Right? And so she yesterday was just kind of one of those days where she was feeling it. She was walking a little slow, and I was like, she didn't see it, but there were days, and yesterday was kind of one of those days where, kind of tear up because you see her kind of walking bowed over, and
Mm.
she's trying to kind of walk slow, and I knew she was in pain. And I say that to say, it was one of those days, bro, where I fell in love all over again,
That's
right?
what's up.
Because there's she does so much for everyone else, family, kids, me, because I'm a bit spoiled. She does
A
everything.
bit.
Oh yeah, I'm a bit.
A bit.
I'm a
Yeah,
bit.
I think that. Yeah. Okay, a bit
I'm a
spoiled.
bit
I think.
spoiled.
Well, Marla's there, so she can testify
Let me see what she's
or,
saying.
or
She
test a
may
lie.
so you're not gonna lie. She's gonna tell the truth. Like, Negro, you are not a bit spoiled. I am. I've got a mentor of mine, Greg Davis, who talks all the time about um, uh, the fact that when you reach a certain age, and you know about this, Leroy.
Hmm.
You you know about reaching a certain age. So when we reach a certain age, um, you are kind of set in how you want things to be done, right? They have worked for you for as long as they work for you, and even the things that now I'm always open to things that just haven't worked for me. Uh,
Right. Right.
but when they work for you, kind of set in certain ways. I'm set in how I. She said a lot of bit.
There it is. There it is, Marla. There it is.
Yeah, a lot of bit. It looks like you frozen, black man.
Yeah, I think it's this. Hold on.
Are you on your phone or are you on a computer?
No, I'm on my phone trying to
Oh,
get
okay.
this.
Well, we
Yeah.
understand. No need to explain. We definitely understand. He's had to pop out. He'll pop back in. Um, but yeah, watching your loved one in pain is just not good. Watching your loved one in pain is just not good at all. And so she was in pain this morning. You know, she will tell you that there are certain things that I cook well. Uh, I can fry everything. I can fry ice cream. I can fry. I can
You got an
fry.
air fryer? You have an air fryer, man? Have
I
you
do.
used it? Do you
I
have an air
do.
fryer?
And she's tried to teach me how to use it. It's still, sometimes I know how to do it. Like if I'll do wingettes. Hey, Councilwoman Fields, good to see you, sis. Sometimes I'll do wingettes in the air fryer, or she'll make
Okay.
salmon in the air fryer. I know that today she's going to have to teach me to do it because she just can't do it. She's going to help me make some salmon today and some rice so that I can get back on this runway to 2024, eating properly, so on and so forth. But yeah, man, I just felt a little helpless as a husband. You know, you don't like to see someone that you love in pain, and so she was in pain. And hey, Tanisha, good to see you, sis.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell Marla like my grandmother used to tell me and my cousins when we were running around the house all the time. Go on over there and sit down somewhere.
sit your behind down somewhere. Yeah,
Mama
so,
Elise, go on and sit down.
so what's crazy, man, is yesterday. And welcome to all of our new viewers. We got some new viewers today. Tanisha Santelli Johnson. She is like you, Leroy. She's a book coach. Tanisha is a book coach. You two should probably connect. She is phenomenal. Minister of the gospel as well. So yeah, just a phenomenal sister. And has been a tremendous supporter of Remain. And I'm supportive of her work as well. So Leroy, let me tell you what I had to do though, because she didn't think I would do it, right? So what I had to do is make her clear that I call Mom, like I call Mom Rose, and she's like, Mom Rose, she said she was laying in bed and she said, babe, you ever think about the fact that you can catch a cold in your feet? You know, Mom Rose is from the old school, so these old sayings, right? And she said, I've been walking around the house without any socks or shoes on. Right. And so she said, I'm gonna catch a cold in my feet. And I said, I'll call Mom. She said, no, you won't. So I picked up my phone, text Mom, like, Mom, this is what's happening over here. And this is what Mom said. Mom said, put her
on the phone.
Exactly what you just said, Leroy. Tell her, sit down somewhere before I catch a flight and come beat her. Oh, bro. I was
yes,
in
sir.
tears. I will come to beat her. Right. So yeah, y'all pray for my wife. She's good. Today she's moving a little better. She's still probably up more than she should be. But
and that's here's the thing. One of the things that I've learned about my body, and I think you have too, is and I think once we get to this age, and you're a little older than I am, so
that boy lying like a rug.
So but one of the things that I've had to learn, is to listen to my body.
Yeah.
When it's tired, listen to it.
Yeah.
When it's ailing or hurting, listen to it.
Yeah.
And here's the beautiful thing about the creator that created us and these figures in it.
Yeah.
The body will do what it's created to do.
Yes, sir.
If we allow it to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If we allow the body to rest, it will do what it will.
It'll restore. It'll renew.
It will heal. It will do what it's designed to do.
For sure.
That's how he created us.
Agreed. 100%.
we just so hard-headed sometimes that we don't want to listen to it. So we gotta listen. We gotta listen to it. We gotta listen to our bodies, man. We gotta listen to our body.
Yeah, without question, man. Good morning, folks. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Donald Morton. I'm the founder of Remain. I'm talking with my dude, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., who is the Chief Operations Officer of Remain, does a phenomenal job. And we are about to go into 2024 And
we only got what, 8 days? Is it 8 days? That's what you put up?
What are we today? Yeah,
today's the 22nd.
Inside Remain.
or 9 days. Yeah, 9 days because the
We got
31st is
9
the last
days,
day.
but we've got 8 days until something phenomenal is going to happen. And we probably will talk about it a bit today, just so that you guys know what's about to come up. If you are not on our email list, I want to make sure that you go to www.remand.info, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, and put yourself on our email list so that you can be aware of all the phenomenal stuff that is taking place inside Remand and will be taking place inside Remand in 2024. If you are a sister, you can still join the email list and be aware of everything that's taking place. You just can't join the Remand community on Facebook. Part of the reason why we do this, in a broad sense, on the character page, on,
Yeah.
it is to include our sisters, because
Yes,
what we understand is that if a brother grows and you don't know how to handle his growth, or if a brother is growing and you don't know how to handle his process, you can sometimes really destroy all that the man is becoming. And so it's an ugly process. It's a messy process. And inside Remand, we talk about the character arc. Hey, Amina, good to see you, sis. Thank you for joining. We talk about the character arc. Every man is going through a character arc. Every single man is. Every single man is going through a daily transformation, whether he wants to or not. And if he's intentional about his character development, it is also creating a secondary arc that his loved ones are going through. And the way that that works is oftentimes, the changes that he's going through are impacting you. They're impacting you. You don't know how to handle it. You don't understand. Like, you've been this way all the time. Now, all of a sudden, you want to eat healthy. Now, all of a sudden, I got to buy a different kind of food. Now, all of a sudden, you want to talk more than you've talked before. Now, all of a sudden, you want to go to the gym. Like, all of these, now, all of a sudden, you want to spend time in your business and you ain't got as much time for me. There is a lot that his character arc impacts your character arc. Right? So there's no such thing as a man shifting and you not shifting. It just doesn't happen. And so we try to create space to help you understand what brothers are going through. And if you know anything about me, and Leroy can talk about this as well, before we put the hoodies up, and once we put the hoodies up, the game is on. A part of what happens is we don't, inside Remand, we don't make room for laziness or mediocrity. That's just not who we are as an organization. That's the organization down the street. The organization down the street can do that, but that's not what we do. So when we talk about a man leveling up, stepping into his greatness, mastering life, leadership, and legacy, we're talking about a man doing great things. And you have to be really careful what you ask for, because that kind of dude that steps his game up requires you to step yours up. So before you are gung-ho about, I need a man like this, I need a man like that, kind of dude is very, very different in a relationship than what you think. Leroy, would you talk about that a bit? Look like you smiling because you understand.
Nah, man, because you brought up two videos that it's a young lady, and I think you've listened to her before. Her name is, I think, Kissy Rose.
Oh, Kissy.
Yeah. And they do these little clips, and I can't stand it because the show that's on is a full show, but they only show this little snippet. But they had there was a panel. She was on this panel, and the young lady in the audience asked this question. She said, she was talking about a man having emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
She wanted a man with emotional intelligence.
Yes.
And Kissy Rose said, "Are you ready to handle a man who has emotional intelligence?" She said, "Before we even get to that, you have to understand what an emotionally intelligent man looks like. Let's
Right.
define emotional intelligence.
Right.
And then she went into this, she gave the breakdown of what that looked like. And she said, because that, like you just said, that kind of dude,
That's
there are
right.
things that he is not gonna be, he's not gonna tolerate. He's not gonna do.
Right.
He's already going to know certain things because he already has his self together because he's emotionally intelligent. He knows how to
Absolutely.
express himself. He understands you. I didn't like the part that they said that he manages your emotions. I don't think anybody manages somebody else's emotions, but
Well,
but
that's a part of the definition of emotional intelligence, though.
is
So,
it?
oh, it is. So
Right.
here's the way that it works, though, bro. Right? If because that's a very good point that you brought up. Let's put the hoodies up. Let's put the hoodies up, and
So we got to put the hoodies up on that.
let's go right into it, because I think that is a brilliant position that you just brought up, man.
Okay.
Good morning to y'all. The hoodies are up. You know what it means when the hoodies are up. We only forgot to put the hoodies up one time, and my wife had to explain to us that the very premise for which you guys do the show is the hoodies. And if you don't put the hoodies up, then how are we supposed to know what's happening, right? My wife said, "Thanks for taking such good care of me, babe, but you are a snitch, and I ain't forgot." So yeah, I'm a snitch. I'm gonna tell mom anything that I need to help me with you, and you're absolutely welcome, Lala. Yeah, I'm even teary eyed now just because when you see someone so strong have a moment where uh, they're not as strong, and you know that what just happened. I mean, she had a procedure, and so we expect women to bounce back. We do. And they expect us to bounce back too. Like she had to tell me the same thing. My doctor said, "Hey, are you went back to work the next, what's wrong with you?" So my doctor, I got a black male doctor. He cussed me out. Lala cussed me out. So I know what it is to try to come back too soon. And
You got everybody cussing you out. Your trainer cuss you out. Your
my
doctor
trainer cussed
cuss
me
you
out. My doctor cussed me out. But here's the deal. So to that point, bro, that's why you need, in my estimation, people do whatever you want to do, right? I'm just saying there's a certain way Walter Sellers can talk to me. There's a certain way Marla Michelle Morton can talk to me. There's a certain way you can talk to me. There's a certain way that my doctor, who is a black male, can talk to me. Or my doctor both of my doctors are black males, but we had one, my doctor was out, we had a black female. They understand.
Yeah.
We respond certain ways just because of culture. We respond certain ways. So, when Leroy McKenzie Jr. cusses me out, and he does, like if I'm out of pocket, if I call him and I say, "Hey, man, this is what's happening," he'd be like, "No, no."
I ain't cussing y'all,
He
but
ain't cussing, right? But he'll check me. That's what a friend does.
yeah.
So to see, you know, yeah, I have a bunch of people that can check me. Now, before you get to checking, everybody can't check me. Yeah, everybody can't check me. I have an approved list of vendors that can
Sure.
check me, that I know have my best interests at heart, right? And so yeah, so let's talk a bit about mastery, which is really where I wanted to go today. Mastery inside every man is a man's ability to reach his full potential in leading his life, his family, and his business. That is what mastery is in the context of every man. We do not believe that you have to sacrifice one for the other. We do not believe inside every man that you have to build a business and sacrifice your family. We do not believe inside every man that you have to love your family and sacrifice yourself. We believe inside every man you can have it all. That there is a unique system that we have created and that we are improving, and every single day, that helps a man reach his full potential in leading his life, leadership, and legacy, leading his his life, his personal life, his family life, his business life, and he can do it all at the same time. And the reason why we developed the system is because of a word that the source gave to me, that God gave to me, and that is, we don't have the luxury of time like other races. We've wasted so much time, and so much time has been snatched from us that we unfortunately don't have the luxury of doing one thing at a time. We got to do it all at the same time. And before those of you come for me and say, well, that's not really possible, it's absolutely possible. There are several people that I look up to. Lamar Tyler, strong business, strong family, strong personal life. Mike Freeman, strong business, strong family, strong personal life. Leroy talks all the time about what Westmoreland, is that not Westmoreland? What's your mentor's name, Leroy?
Oh, Dr. Will Moreland.
Dr. Will Moreland, right? Strong business, strong family, strong personal life. So to suggest it can't be done would have to erase all of the brothers that are doing it and doing it well. And so even if you want to go above those guys, Barack Hussein Obama, strong presidency. I didn't like all of his policies. This ain't about policy, though. This is about, he was a strong president, strong leader, has a strong family, loving family, strong personal life. It can be done. It just takes an inordinate amount of work. What Leroy talks about all the time is the fact that you got to be willing to put the work in. Like, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not for the lazy. Crystal Fendi Styles Clark, what's up? It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the lazy. So mastery is possible. And sisters, the reason why we want to talk about this today is that, and the reason why Crystal said, good morning, bro. The reason why we want to talk about this today is because you often say, as women, the reason why we're on this platform, all the platforms, and not just inside the Remain community, is because there's such significant changes happening with Remain that we want all y'all to know about it. And those of you that are ladies, send all your dudes over to Remain. Send your uncle, your papa, your kids, as long as he's 18 to be inside the Remain community. He can't be in 17, 16, 15, but he can be in at 18. We start really working with young guys, at least showing them a model of what manhood looks like at 18. We then begin to work with them at 21. So there is a 3-year period where we are modeling in front of them what it looks like to be a strong Black man in this world. So Leroy and I were just talking about this, the fact that that a woman has to be really, really careful about what she asks for when she talks about, I want an emotionally intelligent man, right? Or I want a man of character. I want a man of integrity. And here's one of the reasons why. Then we're going to get into a comment that Dr. McKenzie Jr. made a moment ago, and I want to clarify what they mean when they say manage someone else's emotions. Having a man of character means that you can't manipulate him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. You
Say
can't.
it again.
You can't manipulate a man of character. A man of principle, a man of character is not a man that can be manipulated. You can't manipulate him with tears. You can't manipulate him with the coochie. You can't manipulate him with any of that. Right. And it's not that he doesn't want those things. It's not that he doesn't want to soothe your tears. It's not that he don't want to lay in the bed next to a soft body and do his thing. That's not what it is. Every man wants that. Every man wants that. Right. But if you attempt to leverage that in a way to get him to change his mind, the way that you can determine whether or not you got a for real man is if he changes his mind based on booty, you ain't got a real man. Let me give it to you again, ladies, hear me. If the brother changes his mind because you have withheld the panties, can I say that on Facebook? What time is this? Yeah, this is this is the Huddle Exchange after dark at 10 o'clock in the morning. Right? Yeah. Crystal says, say it again. Like he's not moved by that. It's not that he doesn't want it, and it's not that he isn't concerned about your tears. It's just that an emotionally intelligent, intellectually intelligent, expanded adversity quotient kind of guy. IQ, EQ, AQ. We talk about that in Remand all the time. A guy with strong IQ, EQ, and AQ. Those three things, when found in a for real man, cannot be manipulated. He will let you cry. And it's not that he won't hold space for you, because he will. But when he feels like or senses that you are only crying to be able to get him to do something that he doesn't agree with, and that kind of disrupts his core values, and he makes those shifts, you ain't got a man. And that brother, listen to me, ladies, I'm trying to put you on game. I'm trying to get you cheat codes. That brother you better run from. The brother that will shift because you cry is a brother you better run from. Now, I'm not talking about a guy who is just cold-hearted. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a guy who has hurt you and then leaves you to your own devices to heal. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a guy who is living his core values out loud, and you don't agree with something that he stands for, and so you cry, and then he says, well, let me kind of rethink this because she doesn't agree. No, my wife would just have to disagree, but I'm not going to change the core of who I am in order to meet the manipulation. And by the way, manipulation is not a bad term per se. Children are manipulative all the time. when a child looks at you like, and they start crying because you won't give them candy, that's manipulation, right? So we are trained from very young as kids to be manipulative. But when you run into a grown man, running into a grown man means that he's not going to be manipulated by the kitty, and he's not going to be manipulated by your tears. He's not going to be manipulated because you pout. He's not going to be manipulated because you're angry. He's not going to be manipulated because you holler and scream. And he will do what Kitty Rose says: walk your tail out to the door and dismiss you from his life. That too, ladies and gentlemen, is emotional intelligence. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, having said that, this is a part of what Leroy just said a moment ago, which I think is important. Leroy said, I didn't agree when they defined emotional intelligence as being able to manage someone else's emotions, right? And I understand completely what he's saying, because by and large, their emotions, I just talked with a brother yesterday, just kind of helping him in his marital situation, and saying to him, he said, well, she does this and she does this and she does this. And I said, okay. He said, well, it makes me, no, it doesn't. It doesn't make you do anything. It's an invitation for you to do something different, but you don't have to do anything different. She gets mad doesn't mean that you have to get mad. She gets mad and she does something doesn't mean you have to respond in kind. It really doesn't. It just means there's an invitation for you to do something as it relates to growth or immaturity. Here's a quote that I want you guys to be able to write down. Somebody type it in the chat for me. Here's what it means. Here's the quote. Between stimulus and response, or adversity and response, there is a space. Between stimulus or adversity and response, there is a space. And in that space, you get an opportunity to choose growth or happiness, or growth and happiness. Let me say it to you again. It's actually a quote. I don't even know who the quote is by, but I'll make sure you guys get it. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And that space gives you permission to choose. And in that choice, you're going to choose to grow and or be happy. Sometimes growth doesn't create happiness. The process of growth can be messy and dirty and ugly and hard. And so in order to grow doesn't always kind of equate to a sense of happiness in that moment. But I've got a choice to make in that moment. And if I respond to someone who is treating me poorly in a way that doesn't produce growth, then I'll never grow, even though I'm in the middle of a process that gives me an opportunity for growth. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. Here's what Leroy said. Leroy said, I've got a challenge with this idea that I can manage someone else's emotions. And I agree with him. But this is what they mean when they say that. In the definition of emotional intelligence, it includes the ability to manage someone else's emotions. And here's what they mean by that. If Leroy and I are in a heated argument, right? I can manage his emotions, or he can manage my emotions. If I'm up here and he meets me up here, we're going to stay up here. But he can manage my emotions if he does what the scripture says, a soft answer turns away wrath, right? Which then means I give an opportunity. One of my big sister, Janesta, I was in an argument one time, Leroy, and she was down the street looking at the argument. And I was just livid. She came up to me later on. She said, hey, I said, did you see that? She said, yeah, I did. And I really couldn't tell who the fool was. From afar, both of y'all look like you look like a fool too. So I think what the definitions is attempting to create is, and what the scripture is attempting to teach, is that I can manage an environment that gives an opportunity for a person to calm down, chill, and the like, if I manage my emotional intelligence in a way that gives permission for that. That is what the definition means. It's what Kitty Rose means, and it's what the scripture means when it talks about managing someone else's emotion.
Can I push back on that?
Sure.
Did you, a couple minutes ago, you just talked about the gentleman that you were working with, right?
Yes.
And he said, but she did this.
Yes.
And you were like, no, what she does is irrelevant.
Correct.
And what you do, how you respond. So just like you just said, if I'm up here,
yes,
that has nothing to, and it was you and I, and you're up here.
Yes.
How I act.
Yes.
Has nothing to do with you. You're the one that's acting here. I can't, now, maybe it can influence, if you will, or whatever.
Right.
But if I'm up here and you decide to stay up there,
right,
that's you staying up there.
Absolutely true. Absolutely.
I can maintain who I, the calmness and everything like you were saying. But if you chose to stay up there, I can't dictate that to you.
Yeah, very true. I don't disagree with that. I agree wholeheartedly. That's why perhaps the word manage is a poor word. But your word that you just used a moment ago is important.
Influence.
I most certainly can influence the environment.
Right.
And as a man, my job is to influence the environment. If my wife is way up here, if Crystal Fendi Styles Clark is way up here, and her dude is way up here, they ain't gonna get nowhere. If Tanisha is way up here and her husband is way up here, they're not going to get anywhere. If Amina is way up here and her dude or her husband is way up here, it doesn't go anywhere. But imagine the magic. And brothers in particular, because we're so passionate about our points, we're so competitive. I've only met one person more competitive than I am, right? So if a dude decides, imagine the mastery of one's own emotions when he decides, hey, babe, let's calm down. Let's talk. Or, hey, I'm willing to talk to you, but I need to talk to you when you can bring it down a bit. But that's not usually what we do, Leroy. Usually, because we kind of view how our ladies talk to us as signs of disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna go there like, who you talk? Right?
For real.
Who you talking to? Don't talk to me like that. Right. So I used to be that guy. What I am learning, can't say that I do it 100% of the time because I don't. But what I am learning is that if I can manage my own emotional intelligence, if Lala is upset about something, my job is to maintain my own emotional intelligence and allow her the freedom to do with hers what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, to your point, I can't change whether she's angry, can't change whether she's upset, can't change any of that. But what I can do is manage the environment
Mm-hmm.
by mastering my own emotions. And so, sisters, this is Crystal is leaving the conversation. Crystal said, if he's way up here, Crystal says she's leaving the conversation.
But that's what Kissy Rose was saying. That's what she was saying. A person, she said, if the man in that situation has emotional intelligence, he gonna direct you right to the door.
Right to the door.
Because he's not going to deal with it, just like you just said. Crystal just said, hey, I'm not dealing with it. I'm going to direct you right to the door because that's not, like you were just saying, that's not the environment that I'm willing to accept and to be in.
Bro. Right. Absolutely.
And to your point, what you were saying, hey, when you're ready to have an intelligent conversation or a conversation,
yes,
then we can talk.
Yes.
But until that time, yeah, we're not having this here.
Yes.
And that's what an emotionally intelligent man will do. He'll say, look, I get it. You mad, you angry, you upset. I did this or whatever the case may be. True that. All that. But let's have a conversation. Let's discuss it. Let's not yell at each other.
For sure.
Because that's not where I'm willing to go.
For sure. And so now here's the magic of your statement, right? Mm-hmm. That is a man who is emotionally intelligent, mastering the moment.
Yes, absolutely.
Because at the moment he doesn't master that moment, if he goes way up here with her, then you have become a slave both to her and that moment. So what I say to brothers all the time is, and they get pissed with me, I said, bro, she own you.
Yeah, you know they don't like that. You know they ain't like that. Don't nobody own me. She'll tell me what to do.
And I'm saying, oh, no. She absolutely tells you what to do. Her behavior instructs yours. Right? So by virtue of the fact, if she is upset, you feel like you got to be up, you got to match that. Or you concerned about being a sucker because you allowing her to talk to you in the way you can't control how that chick talk to you. All you can control is whether or not you are there for it.
Yep.
Exactly. You can't control how she talks to you. So when people say, Crystal, when people say, hey, they can't talk to me like that. No, they actually can. They actually can. Like you can't, to Leroy's point, you can't control what they talk, what they say, how they talk. What you can control is, at the moment you raise your voice, I'm just letting you know I'm out. Yep. Or I'm gonna escort you to the door. Because this is my house. I'm gonna escort you to the door. And you can come back and talk to me or call me when you're a little more calm. I'm willing to talk to you. I'm willing to calmly reflect on what you're saying. There may be even, and listen, sisters, there may be so much value in what you're saying, but the way you packaging that, you can't hear it.
He's completely shit you. You're hearing nothing.
Now I am trained as an emotionally intelligent man, one who is growing, that my spiritual father, did I ever tell you, Leroy, the first time I met my spiritual father? I was pastoring in Wilmington, Delaware. We had just gotten this building, and the building, we were happy about our little building, Leroy. We were just starting out. We were happy about our little building. He pulls up in his limo, right? And first he doesn't even get out the car, right? He's on the phone in the car. I'm standing outside the limo, and he gets out finally. He said, "Hey, Don, good to see you, man." I said, "Good to see you, Dad." He said, "Hey, man, paint the building, fix the bushes. The bushes are, your windows is cracked." I said, it was like drinking water through a fire hose. Because I respect his position so much. He's a man of excellence, right? Here's what I've learned. I have trained myself to be able to hear truth, even if it's couched in a way that is poor. Right? I've learned how to hear someone say, if there's value in what you're saying, right? I'm listening for the value, even when your presentation ain't all that it should be, because I can't control your presentation, but I can control what I'm looking and listening for. So, but sisters, most dudes ain't me. Most dudes ain't Leroy. Most dudes, if you come at them sideways, they're gonna tell you about yourself. You're gonna be a whole bunch of names, right? Because they have not, they don't know how to manage emotional intelligence. And what would it take for you simply to kind of chill for a moment and say, is there a better way to say this? Is there a better way to say it? Is there a better time to say it?
Yeah.
Right. And go ahead, Leroy.
No, and a man with emotional intelligence shows you how to treat him, because he's not, it's like you said, he's not accepting of anything, and he gonna call you on some stuff and you ain't gonna like it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There gonna be some things that you may disagree with, but at the end of the day, he has an understanding of who he is, what he's willing to see, what he's not willing to see, or what he's willing to tell you. An emotionally intelligent person is not a yes person.
They are say that again. Slow down.
Yeah,
because that's what many people think.
Yep.
So if you're asking for an emotionally intelligent man because you think an emotionally intelligent man is a yes man, you about to be for a rude
sadly awakening. Disappointed. It because he has a understanding, a clarity about things that are going on, and he sees things that, to your point, Don, what you said, differently.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have a totally different approach. And here's the thing, sisters, y'all might get mad. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Don. If you can send Donna the DMs, not me. I challenge you, for those women that say that they want this emotionally intelligent man, take a look at your choices in the men that you've gotten involved with, and ask yourself, was that guy an emotionally intelligent man?
Wow.
Check the record.
Wow. This is when you know he done dropped signs. He said, you don't even laugh.
I'm just saying.
Crystal said, let me turn the page. I'm taking notes. Come on, Dr. Leroy.
That's just one of the lessons that I've learned about male female relationships, and what we say we want, and do our choices. This goes for entrepreneurs too. Are your choices a reflection of what you say you want? And if they are, then you would be where it is that you want to be. You call us on that all the time in Remain.
Yeah.
So, sisters, if you want that emotionally intelligent man that you say you want, check your record and see the choices that you've made
Yeah.
in the men that you've gotten involved with.
It's crazy because the guys that we coach, oftentimes, one of the records, Leroy, that we are not proud of, one of the statistics that Remand is just not proud of. I understand it, but it's just not a selling point, right? It's not a marketing strategy.
Right.
Usually when brothers come to us and they do the work,
Mhm.
and they go, if they're not married, and sometimes check the record. Crystal said check the record. Yeah, check the record. Look at what the record has been, and then embrace this one truth. The record has been a product of your choices. And your
Say
choice.
that. Wait a minute. Like you always tell me, slow down and say that again.
100% of the time, the record has been the product of your choices. 100% of the time. And your choices are a direct reflection of the woman or man that you are. You can't separate the two. You're choosing based on who you are, and your choices are a reflection of your record is a reflection of your choices. So if you want to change the record, change your choices.
Change choices.
If you want to change your choices, change you.
Ooh, man.
Let me give it to you.
You dropping haymakers today, boy.
I'm throwing them.
Them George Foreman punches. them George Foreman punches right there, boy.
If you want to change your record, change your choices. If you want to change your choices, change you.
You gonna see that again, bro. I'm just letting you know.
Yes, sir. So you can't come again on slow mode. Here it is, Crystal. If you want to change your record, right? If you want to change what your record has been, what it's looked like, if you want to change the choices in men, if you want to change any of those things, choices in business, choices in men, choices in friendships, choices in any of those things, if you want to change your record, you got to change your choices. Your record with relationship, business, friendships, all of that. If you want to change your record, you got to change your choices. And the reason why your choices don't change and that you're all over the places with your choices is because you are all over the place as a person. If you don't adjust the core of who you are, then you can make, now here's what's crazy. You can make a different choice one time, but you'll never be able to make consistently different choices until you change who you are at your core. Because every choice you've made has been a reflection of who you are as an individual. So you can't blame it on dude. Well, you know, he wasn't this, he wasn't that, he wasn't the other. No, because you chose a dude who wasn't this, that, and the other. And it's because you as a person right now. Please don't leave me, y'all. Don't leave me. You as a person right now aren't this, that, and the other. And a part of the challenge is we think we're something that we're not.
Ooh, if you can't say amen, say ouch. You know what I'm saying?
Crystal said, if you want to change your record, you have to change your choices. Change your choices, you got to change you without question.
You talk about that all the time.
Yes, sir.
It starts at your core.
Yes, sir.
It's not the exterior.
Absolutely.
What's going on with you?
What's going on the inside?
On the inside of you.
Master your core.
Woo, yes,
That's
yes,
what
yes.
Said. Master your core.
As Lisa Nichols says, say yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Crystal said, I just had to say the N-word, nigga.
For sure.
If there's anything that we want you to get today is, ladies, because we're letting you into the barbershop, right? And because we know that we have short times with you. Usually when Leroy and I are here, we're instructing guys, right? Because that's my call. My call is to always instruct guys. But I want to take this small opportunity that we have with y'all on the line to get you to change your criteria for what you are expecting or looking for in a man. I'm not saying that he got to be butt ugly, or I'm not saying that. You know what I mean, Leroy? Nobody.
What the wait a minute. What the Bible say? It was what was it? Who had the sisters?
Leah and Rachel.
Leah. She was hard on the eyes.
Yeah. Leah.
Ain't call her ugly.
This is how programmed men are. That dude woke up, found out he married an ugly woman, and worked a whole nother 7 years for the one he wanted. Like, yeah, this can't be it. This is not it. So we're not saying that we're not saying that y'all don't deserve a dude that is easy on the eyes, that you're attracted to. Yeah, you got to have that. So we're not telling you that at all. But I am suggesting to you that you begin to have some other criteria for what represents a dude that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Because a tall dude with green eyes and pretty hair, I don't care who you are, all that's going to sag after a while. My mom said, my mom used to say, Leroy, I say, Mom, black don't crack. She said, yeah, but it sure sag, baby. Black don't crack, but it sure sag, right? So I'm not saying that you don't need someone that you're attracted to, but I am saying that there are some other criteria that you're gonna have to develop. Does he keep his word to you?
Yeah.
If he says he's gonna call you at a certain time, does he call you? Does he just? I can't tell you how many sisters I've talked to that have said their dude disappears for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Without conversation. And y'all take it like, well, he's good looking, or he laid a pipe. He does all those things. And you so on the surface, sis. You so much on the surface. He laid a pipe. That's your attraction? Come on. When you gonna be a grown woman? When you gonna be a grown woman and look for a dude that's gonna talk to you in a way that's gonna help you grow? When you gonna look for a dude that's gonna handle his business? Because the other thing is, when you have a dude that is only concerned with splitting cheeks, if that's all he's concerned with, he ain't got nothing else to offer. Bro. Right? You want to do that does this. He's a business owner. He making 6 figures. You want that dude working. that dude ain't spending all his time with you. He's working. He's got a legacy he wants to build. He wants to be remembered. He wants a sense of significance. So you think that all he wants is lay around with you and play footsies and all that. He's busy, sis. He's busy. So his job is now to try to find the balance. Like, how do I make sure I honor my career, my legacy that I'm trying to build, and also be with my woman? And how do I be with my woman and not lose me too? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the mastery that we teach inside Remain. Right? Tremel Epps, what's up, black man? He is one of the original founding members of Remain. I will always say that anytime I see his name. He is a founding member of Remain. Chris Collins, Ronald Handy, is 4 of us that started this movement, and the movement has grown. It is across states. It is phenomenal to see. And I'm really, really proud of him and the work he is continuing. I just need a Leroy. Tremel Epps, I told him that he needs to be far more involved than he has been.
Okay.
Right. Tell him, man, tell him he's a founding member. He ain't involved in the way that he really should be. Tell him the reason why he needs to be involved, man. Maybe he'll listen to you.
Here's the thing that I learned, and we need to, as men, especially if we're going to stay consistent in being who it is that we want to be and grow. True. At the way that we want to grow, or that we should be grow as men, we got to be around other brothers that are doing the same thing, and that will push us to grow. We know life happens, and we get things that come on, but that come in our lives and change the trajectory. But if you are adamant about certain aspects of your life, if it is a priority for you, then you will make it a part of what it is that you do. That will be incorporated in your time.
Absolutely.
It will be a priority. My mom used to say about people, because I used to always complain about people not, with my business and stuff like that. She said, well, you're getting back to me and following, well, their priority is not your priority. And if you want them to have you, or your product, service, your business a priority, you've got to help them to see that it is a priority.
Yeah.
So and I'll ask this question, is the growth and fundamental saving of Black men, and you say it better than I do, and having the adult Black male achieving life, leadership, and legacy, mastery of life, leadership, and legacy, is that a priority to you?
Absolutely, bro.
If it ain't, cool.
Absolutely, bro.
I say, hey, cool. And if it's not, or if it is, then, as we've been talking about here today, it'll show in your action, your choices.
Absolutely, bro.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is about our personal growth, right? It's about our personal growth, our desire to grow. But joining a movement isn't just, to your point, which is brilliantly spoken. I cannot improve on that. It's not just about my personal growth now. It's about how I can position myself to help another brother grow.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can put this up for y'all. Oh, I don't even see. I'm gonna have to play with this stuff when I'm off camera. Here's during my time with the source this morning, there's a particular scripture that hit me, Leroy. I was reading Micah chapter 6, verse number 8. And here's what it says, brothers. This is what it says, Leroy. This is what it says for every man. Leroy, this is what it says to you. What does the Lord require of you? Then he answers, Micah answers, to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God.
Yes, sir.
That is the requirement of every single man on the planet to help create a more just world, to have enough compassion and empathy for the Black men that are encountering the challenges that we're encountering. And we do all of that by staying submitted to the one that created us. So as a man, Tremel, I need you back in the movement, an active participant of the movement. You're already a part of the movement. You graduated the Remand Project. You're doing phenomenally well. A great husband, great father. I'm proud of you. But that you own as a great husband, great father, you own a business. He owns a painting business. I wouldn't let anybody else touch my house. He painted, and I would call him. Seem like every 3 months. Hey man, repaint my house. I'm tired of this color. So I supported his business. Business owner, married guy, personal life together. When I first met him, it wasn't like that. So he is also evident of a man who is mastering life, leadership, and legacy. Don't tell me it can't be done, gentlemen. Don't tell me it can't be done. Just say that I'm not willing to do the work. I got respect for if you tell me I'm not willing to do the work. I'm okay with that. But don't tell me it can't be done, because it can. But Tramel, now that you are positioned, we need your voice. We need you on the calls. We need you to be able to share with another dude and encourage another dude and check another dude and help to craft the character of another man. It's not enough that you got your life together, bruh. The legacy that you ought to want to leave is how you are impacting the next man. And for those of y'all that feel sorry that Tramel popped on because I'm on him, he know me. We've been rocking out for 20-something years. He know me. He know how I get down. I know how he gets down. He served in ministry with me for decades. So I'm just asking everyone to join the movement. I'm asking you to join the movement. I'm asking you to become a part of this movement where we are attempting to kind of shift. How can I do that, Dr. Morton? Here's one way. Purchase the Remand book. If you have not purchased the Remand book, you can get it. Right? This is the inaugural version of the Remand book. It's a real book for real, for real. This isn't this ain't a money grab. This is just a real book for real, for real. You can also donate to the Remand, right? You can donate. Let's see here. So you can go to www.theremandbook.com and you can order the Remand book. People are still ordering the Remand book. One of my coaches, Darnell Jervy Harmon, ordered the book last night. Just phenomenal to see. So order the Remand book, or if you just want to give, then give. Let me put that up static so that you can have it, right? If you want to give, then you can. There we go. www.remand.info/donate. You can donate to Remand to help us to continue to do the work. That is how you can also join the movement. We know, ladies, that several of you, including my wife, has said, "Hey, how do I get inside the community?" we can't let you inside the community.
It's Fort Knox.
It's Fort Knox. But you can support the brothers that are inside the community, become their best selves. Because here's what I'm keenly aware of, Leroy, you talk about this all the time. Dr. King was the face. There's a bunch of people that supported that movement, man, financially and doing the grunt work. So I may be the face. You may see my face. You may see Leroy's face, but there are a bunch of people that deserve the credit for Remand. This isn't about Donald Morton. I can't take credit for this. I really can't. Even for the signature science that we use, there are very few things that I can take credit for. So we ask you and invite you to help us. advance the work. There's no gift too small. $10 a month. You can give a one-time gift, or you can give monthly. You can set it up either way to be able to support Remand.
Can I tell the sisters something?
Crystal said, Tremel, he is not done with you, brother. Expect a call. Yeah, expect a call after this. She know. Expect a call after this, because that brother has so much to offer. The way that he has worked to transform his life, and we'll probably have him on at some point, because there's so much happening that he's a part of. He's one of the ones that we really need to have on to help people recognize the work that we've done and how it has literally transformed men in such a positive way. So I'm gonna have him on with you and I coming up. Go ahead, man. You were about to say something.
Yeah, sisters, understand this. The civil rights movement does not happen without you all.
Wow.
Think of any significant movement that has happened, and I promise you, there are women that are a part of it.
That's
So
so true, bro.
so
That's so true.
understand what this Remand. It doesn't happen without y'all. That's why it's important to have you all in these conversations, that you know about it. Yeah, the community, that's for us. That's to get our, as Donald used to say, together.
Yeah.
That's for us to get together. That's just like the Million Man March. That was for us to get us together. We got to get us together. And just like we talk about in Remand, we can't go to those agencies and tell them we need you to do this if we don't get ourselves together first. So if you let us get ourselves together and build this, that's why it's called Remand. Remand. And we have sisters that are supporting, that understand, that can say, you know what, yeah, I'm going to require that emotionally intelligent man, but I also know what that comes with, and being able to understand, because I have my own emotional intelligence, I can then understand him better too, and we come together. Like that song Neo said, we're a movement by
Movement by
ourselves,
ourselves, but we're a
but
force.
we're forced when we're together.
We together.
Two emotionally intelligent men and women coming together, black men and women coming together. That's a powerful thing.
Absolutely.
It's a powerful thing.
Absolutely, bro.
That's what this is all about, y'all.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till. Can we tell them today? I can't wait till next week, man.
Now you don't want to wait.
I can't hold it in no more, bro.
Let me tell y'all this, though. I will tell y'all this. There's a party going on December the 30th. There's a party going on December 30th. It's going to be a virtual party. I need everyone there. There's a party going on December the 30th. We're going to do it in the afternoon. It's on a Saturday. I think it's on a Saturday. Is it on a Saturday?
Yeah, that's Saturday. Yep. Because the 31st is Sunday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We got giveaways happening. We got music happening. We're going to ask you to set up, have some food, because we can't send all y'all food. But we're going to have some food. We're going to have some food.
BYOF.
BYOF. Yeah, BYOB, BYOF, right? We're going to be sending money to some of y'all through gift cards or through Zelle or through Cash App, any way that we can get it to you. We're going to be sending money to you. Here's why. There is something crazy going on with Remand that we want you who have been a part of this movement, whether you've given from the sidelines, whether you've been actively involved, whether you've sent a text or a word of encouragement, whatever it is, yeah, we want you to be a part of this party. There's a party going on, and we want you to be a part of the party. So look out for some advertisement that's going to happen on Facebook, on social media. Look out for your emails. If you're not on our email list, go to www.remand.info. Go all the way to the bottom of the page. and type in your name to be able to get the emails. If you're on our text, then we'll send you a text. There are a number of different ways. We want you at the party. We want you at the party. We want you at the party. Right. So, and if you want to be on stage with Leroy and I, so we'll be broadcasting it inside to different places. But if you want to be on stage with Leroy and I, and some of our guests that we're going to have on the 30th, then send us a DM. Send Leroy a DM. Send me a DM and say, hey, I want to be on stage. I want to hang out with you guys. Y'all look like y'all have a lot of fun. And we do. So just kind of, but you got to be a contributor, right? So you don't get a chance to come on stage and you haven't supported the movement, right? So you haven't bought a book, you haven't donated, you haven't done those things. So those are the criteria. If you genuinely want to be a part of it, we genuinely want you to be a part of it, but donate to the organization, donate to the work. And we got some things to tell y'all that you're going to want to make sure. This is the way I think about it, Leroy. Then I'll give you final words, man. Then we'll chuck up the twos and we out of here. You want to be a part of the organization in such a way that you say, yeah, I remember them niggas win. Right? Like they big now, but I used to talk to Donald. I used to talk to Donald on the phone. I used to talk to Donald on Facebook. He's a Facebook friend of mine. I used to talk to Leroy. I know Leroy. You ain't the only one that know Leroy. I used to talk to Leroy on the phone. I used to text Leroy. You want to do that now. You want to have the ability to say, I supported the movement like Tramiel before the movement was what the movement is going to be. And when we share with you what is happening now, you're going to want to say it. Because we know people lie too. People be able to, when everything that is happening begins to unfold, people like, I used to, and they're going to ask me, you remember such and such? No, I don't know that name. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know that name. Somebody say, you know Tramiel Epps? Absolutely. He helped start Remand. There would be no Remand without Tramiel Epps. There would be no Remand without Chris Collins. There would be no Remand without Ronald Handy. There would be no Remand without the work of Leroy McKenzie Jr. So those names I know. And I will say, Tramiel I know. Chris I know. Leroy I know. But who are you? That's the scripture. The scripture is all I know.
Yes, sir, it is. It is.
Right.
That was like, yeah, I know them, but yeah, I don't know you.
I don't know you. I don't know you at all. So Leroy, before we take the hoodies down, well, actually, let's take the hoodies down. We talked about what we really wanted to talk about today. Hopefully, you guys were helped by our conversation today. Leroy, give some final comments, man. What would you like to say before we leave the people today?
No, I'm just gonna say this. I hope everything that we put out here today, it ends with this and what y'all said. If you want to change your record, change your choices. If you want to change your choices, change you.
Absolutely.
That encapsulates what Remand is about. We're about changing you so that you change your choices.
Absolutely.
You change your record. That's
absolutely, bro. 100%. So y'all, if you ain't scared, brother, if you watching me, and I say that, I'm scratching my back. I say that lightheartedly, but I also say it seriously, right? There are brothers, I could call their names, who have said to me, hey, I'm scared. I'm scared of the work that I'm going to have to do.
Yep.
I get a call from one guy every 3 months. And there's so much in the brother. But every time I talk to him, I'm scared, man. Donald Morton, he says, Donald Morton scares me. He tells his wife, Donald Morton scares me. Right? He said that brother has his life together. And his wife always tells him, he didn't start out like that. He didn't start out like that. And I will tell the brother, If my wife were on here, she would tell you too. Yeah, I ain't got it all together, bruh.
Yep.
I just do an incredible amount of work to make sure that my life is consistently becoming what I need it to become.
Yep.
But she'll tell you, I don't have it all together. I miss it. I miss it often. Leroy will tell you he works with me every day. I miss it. I miss it often. Lou Rosado had me on his podcast and he said, one of the things, bruh, I admire about you the most, he said, you're humble enough to receive critique and you're humble enough to ask the opinions of your team.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, man, I don't know it all. I'm as brilliant as the men and women I surround myself with. That's just the truth. I'm a smart guy. I know a lot. I know business. I'm pretty dope. That's for real, for real. I'm pretty dope. But here's the deal. I don't know it all. There are things Marlon knows I don't know. There are things Leroy knows I don't know. There are things Lou knows I don't know. Corey knows I don't know. Stephanie knows I don't know. There are things people that I've surrounded myself with know that I don't know. If there's anything good to be said about Donald Morton, the brilliance that's to be said about Donald Morton, the most brilliant thing I've done is surround myself with brilliant people.
And here's the thing, man. The smartest person in the room is the one that knows he doesn't, or he or she knows that they don't know everything.
Absolutely, man.
That's the room.
Absolutely.
Understanding, hey, I don't know everything. You could put Warren Buffett in a room with plumbers, and he
Woo!
for sure ain't the
He
smartest.
don't. That's such a good point. He don't know everything. He don't know everything, right?
So I understand that, man. We're always learning. There are things that we learn from each other, but then there's also, and Donald, I know he'll probably agree with this, that there are things that the Reman men teach us,
Yes, bruh. Yeah.
that we learn from. Like, man, yeah, I just, yeah, that
Yes.
I never, that's something that never,
Yes.
I never thought about or had to encounter. Yeah, that. So we should always be evolving, always learning. That's what makes a great leader. That L in leader is for listening and learning. You
Yes.
learn to listen and you listen to learn.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we
All that.
gotta, and there are no big eyes and little U's in Remain. Like we just don't roll like that. Everybody in Remain is equal, right? To Leroy's point, there are some things that I learned from brothers inside the community. Um, and we're crafting a 5-star coaching core, guys that have expertise in different areas, so that when you join one of our programs, I know you think you want me in the program. I know that's what you think. You know, well, I want to be able to interact with Donald. That ain't really what you want. That's just good marketing from us. These guys let me be the face of it. I happen to start it. But what you really want is Dr. Leroy McKenzie. He's going to teach you systems. What you really want is Walter Sellers, who's going to kick your ass about what you eat. Right? What you really want is Corey Beal, who is masterful at insurance products. What you really, what's the guy, Leroy? He teaches sales teams.
That's Michael. That's I'm sorry. Don't. What is it, Michael?
I've been trying to figure out
Oh,
his name all day, man.
yeah, and he kicked
You was on his
kicked me in my shin.
broadcast. You were
Yeah,
interviewing
he
him, right?
kicked
Right?
me in the shin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't. It escapes me at the moment. Give me a
The-
second.
you,
Go
you,
ahead.
you really want him. That's going to teach you how to develop a sales team. You really want to talk to Logan Herring, who is one of the foremost minds on community development. Markevius, right? You want to talk with him about how to become a social entrepreneur. You want to talk with Kenneth Braswell, who is a friend of mine who runs Fathers Inc. You want to talk with brilliant guys like that. You don't just want to talk to me. I know you think you want to just talk to me. And yeah, there's a particular skill set and brilliance that I have. But you also want to talk to the men that Donald talks to.
Brian McNeil.
Brian McNeil. The brilliance of Remand is everything you need is inside the Remand community. And I would be mistaking you. I would be misleading you if I told you that it was all about Donald Morton, because it's just not. The brothers check me too. They don't care that I'm the founder. Sometime in a way that's disrespectful, they will check Donald Morton because they don't care that I'm the founder. And yes, I have a particular skill set. So I'm grateful for the skill set, but I don't have Leroy's skill set, but he's on the team. So I want you to join a community of men that are going to help you take your business to the next level, your family to the next level, your personal life to the next level. If you're a guy and you're in the C-suite, or if you're a guy that's an entrepreneur and you're married and you got kids, and that's you're our ideal client. A black male who owns a business or is in the C-suite with a family. We try and help you master it all. So go to Remand, remand.info. Look at our programs. Get involved with our programs now because the prices go up January 1st. How you going to do that? Because it's my company. That's why. And because something's got to provoke you to move. Something has got to entice you, seduce you to move. Right now, you're taking your time. And bruh, if there's something Leroy will tell you, Leroy can tell you this better than I could because he's older than I am. When we were 30, we felt like we had time. Those 20 years
went by.
I don't know where they went. I'll be double nickels August the 10th. Leroy will be double nickels January the 3rd. A whole 8 months before me. That's almost a year. That's almost a year. So we need you to get involved. We need you to jump in the pool, man. Stop putting your toe in the water.
And here's one of the things. Here's one of the things that my mentor, Dr. Will, talks about. He said the urgency of now. The urgency of now, and having the mindset that I've got to do what I need to do right now. Right now. Because in 2024, y'all, I know y'all heard us say it before. We coming home.
We coming home.
And we've got an urgency of now about getting you to be able to go home. Because we're not saying this just to be saying it. We want you prepared to go home. And when we say go home, we don't necessarily have to. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're going back to somebody's house or whatever.
Bro. Take your place. That's what going home means. Take your place.
Yeah.
Sit on the throne. You've abdicated your throne. You've given someone else your throne.
Yep.
Sit your tail down on your throne and rule the way you're designed by God to rule.
But you got to be prepared.
Because 2024 is going to be hard.
Yeah, you said that.
It's not going to be an easy year. So for those of you that think it's going to be cupcakes and butterflies in 2024, you about to be punched in the mouth. But if you're prepared, Leroy said it during Sunday's Braveheart session. He said, it's not the hardest punch that knocks you out, my guy. It's the one you didn't see coming. It's the one that you weren't prepared for.
Yep.
The punch of 2024 is either going to knock you on your tail because you didn't see it coming. You weren't prepared. You heard all this stuff that Leroy and I talked about. And you didn't call us. You didn't say, hey, how do I get involved with Remand? You ain't do any of that. And so it knocked you on your tail. Let me prophesy to you. Many of you will be on thy tails in 2024. Thine asses will hit the floor in 2024. Right?
Woo.
And here's the other thing that I'm doing for your own good. December the 31st, 2023 is the last time you'll be able to pick up the phone and get Donald Morton. We building a business, y'all. And there are other guys that I need you to talk to. It won't be me. So those of you that enjoy the luxury of picking up the phone, calling me, getting counsel, that's over in 24.
But Donald, I need to talk to you, though, man. I need to talk to you, man.
Yeah, I know you do. You can talk to me inside one of these programs. Right? And that is specific instructions I got from God. He said, you're not doing them any good by keeping them from investing in themselves and picking up the phone every time they call. So we're going to see who wants it. And don't get knocked on your tail so much that you 8 months down the line, you don't seen yourself on your tail so much that now you want to do it. Man, I'm already telling you what's going to happen. Get in one of these programs immediately. All right, man. Anything else you want to talk about before we roll?
No, I think 2024, like you said, is going to be hard. But if you're prepared for it.
Absolutely, bro.
You're prepared to handle the hard.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah. And leverage it.
Correct.
That's what we teach, right? Let's leverage the difficulty.
Yeah, because difficulty's gonna come.
Yes.
They coming.
Yes. Yeah. So, hey, dog, we love and respect you. Leroy, I'm going to call you in a moment. We love and respect.
Yes,
let's hop on Zoom real quick.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Love and respect, y'all. We'll talk with you guys soon on the next Huddle Exchange. You won't see us until Monday. We'll be out there on Monday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Monday morning is the day that dismisses.
Monday Christmas. You ready for that?
Is Monday Christmas? Oh no, we're not doing Christmas. No.
Okay, great. Say I'm game.
No, sir. No, sir. My wife will kill me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, great. Say yeah. We know Marla have the last word. Marla said no.
Yeah.
Marla said I can't come out and play.
She will kill me for real. She already doesn't get a lot of my time, so she would kill me for real. So Christmas and New Year is for family. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be on. Thursday and Friday, Saturday as well, because we got it's a party on Saturday. It's a
party going on.
It's a party going on. So we'll see you guys soon. Love and respect, y'all. Talk soon.
Later.
Peace.